Hey, remember when I didn't upload for 9 months and really didn't give no explanation at all for it? Yeah, I've lost my edge, haven't I? This isn't the video I felt like I had to make, just one I wanted to make. I found with the way I'm leaning towards making content, it's hard to differentiate from my played up performance persona, the showman, and the me that's planned out all the setups for jokes that you hear. Despite that I've sorta dogged on it in the first few seconds of this video, I like doing these kinds of things where I pull back the veil and it's just me talking to you guys about stuff. If you didn't know, I created a new social media account to step farther back from Twitter and have seemingly abandoned this site to go be buddy-buddy with a few virtual anime people. Hearing that, it may sound like it appears like ShoJoe may be having a mental breakdown. Let me shed a light on some few things. I'm not having a total breakdown, but more so something that happens every 2 years or so as a result of burnout. You get to a point where you overthink every single thing you do and you hate all of it and you want to create new stuff, but you don't know how, so you get into this vicious cycle of hating everything you do, wanting to do more, but not knowing where to go. That could be the depression talking because I don't hate my content, but I do think it could be improved, so I want to improve it. I've had multiple of these depressive breaks over my quote unquote YouTube career, some longer than others. Like, I was somewhat cognizant of the length of time passing being 9 months, but it's also one of those things where you look at yourself and think, shit, which may show the severity of things. Because recently, and I mean recently with the biggest air quotes that I can muster, I released a Storytime S video on this one fun little event that happened with a VTuber that I know, and I spent a lot of time on that video. It was very highly edited for my standards and my size, yet the thing is, that's what I always seem to do after returning from one of these depressive episodes. The my friend destroying me in Pokemon videos, those were very incredibly over edited because I was in a state of, I need to set free all this creative energy right now. Not tomorrow, not later, now. What I'm trying to detail is I've been having this huge battle and I want to spend more time on things, upload less frequently, yet there's this thought that, as per normal, I'm overthinking stuff and psyching myself out because, yes, I want to spend time on each video making sure the quality is superb, but I want to also release a substantial quantity because, surprise, surprise, person with depression and undiagnosed ADHD really likes this creative avenue he has, and he wants his audience he's cultivated over the last few years to have some content to watch. I think I want to do more scripted content because, sure, I've heard from so many larger entities in this space say the age of the Let's Play is over, though I think I'm personally funnier and more on the ball when I'm writing down my jokes and not having to think up of stuff on the spot and react as is. Anyways, as I scurry around like a blind mouse looking for cheese, feeling out this median of quality versus quantity, I just want to do more. I've been doing ShoJoe, I'll be very infrequently for the last 7 or so years, and after dabbling in several kinds of content like cartoon reviews, story time readings, and other projects I'm working on that I can't really talk about outside of saying, yes, I am doing things, I'm just trying to be more lax on stuff, trying to be more free. Now, some of you who reply in the comments that have watched this far into the video may say, YouTube person, it's as easy as being yourself. But I know I'm not the biggest creator out there. I know a lot of the friends and acquaintances I've made in the last few couple of years that I'm sure many of you that are familiar with my own content or have seen me pop up around their spaces and have done a lot of funny haha jokes and riled them up a bit know that they aren't the largest creators as well. Even then, with that being the case, it just feels like currently in the environment that things are on the internet, even if this isn't your full-time job and this is just a hobby of yours that you want to pursue and see where things go, you feel increasingly beholden to follow what some of the bigger people are, given the way that the platforms that you exist on are structured. And while they don't force you to follow these things, they don't really like put a firearm to you and say, you have to do this, you have to make TikTok-esque videos in order to be discovered. It essentially feels like the case. It feels like that you have to follow in the footsteps of others and do every single thing that they do to get noticed. And as someone that's had really hard trouble trying to discover themselves and figure out who they are and where their place is in the world, especially long before I had therapy to really help me figure out a whole lot of things, that just, it isn't really my style. It isn't really the way I feel like I want to go about doing things. And interestingly enough, it took a whole bunch of computerized, non-human people to make me realize that. There is probably some irony in having a whole subset of people that decide to present themselves as anime girl number one or supervillain from this old 1960s show that do all these very wacky things. But there is some truth to it, where falling down the rabbit hole and learning more about this corner of the internet and these creators that go about their days doing these things, and getting to know some of them more, and being, I'd say, blessed to call some of them close, good friends, maybe even close friends sometime down the line. It's made me realize that, sure, you guys probably would really like a bunch of very big, explosive videos, a lot of super highly edited stuff, and making sure it's like all put out at a good pace and stuff. But something that they helped me realize is you gotta have heart. There needs to be soul behind things, and that's what makes doing this enjoyable. Putting your own heart and soul into things and sharing that with the rest of the world, despite the fact that there probably would be a few dickheads that would really yell at you for no particular reason other than to make their lives feel less bad. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here, kind of. I don't have any real concrete plans on where I'm going to go and what's to come next. I mean, I'm pretty sure I rattled them off earlier, but I messed around with a new microphone that I got for a few minutes. I ate some random random adult's kids meal in a video, and I made videos on a cartoon show, and whatever those were, you guys really did enjoy them. So I don't know when specifically I'll begin uploading again. Having schedules always made this unforeseen pressure exist that really deterred me from doing things in the first place. But I'm sure you'll know when things come back up online. So at the end of this thing, know that I just want to be me. I don't want to be a robot, or I don't want to be some kind of cog in the machine. I want to be me. And thank you if you watched so far into this. That means you seem to like me as well, and hope that I can put some more soul back into this place. And thanks for anyone that happened to have given me their time during the multiple different phases of this channel. Thanks to those who this may be their final time here and they're going to go off. And thanks to people that may eventually see this and give me a chance to make their day better. Thank you, and yeah, bye.